Welcome, Hypervibe fam. We're back again for another fun-filled, extravaganza-packed craziness here on Hypervibe.
I don't know where you get all this hyperbole from, but okay, all right, I'll run with it.
Hey, I'm trying to get them to just buy into to everything that we're talking about. But
Hmm.
this week, how are you, man? How are you?
All is well, man. All is well.
It's good
Tired
to
week.
hear.
Still had a lot going on.
Same
Um,
here.
but the thing I got to look forward to throughout the week is like, yo, man, we get to do another hyper vibe that Errol and
Nice.
Darnell, get on the tube and stuff like that and get to talking.
I agree. It's a good break and a nice stress relief to just basically be able to sit there, communicate with our viewers, just the things that just come on top of our mind. And we're like, we should just blurt it out and see what happens, because
Hmm.
maybe inquiring minds want to know. So
Maybe.
on that note, my question for you is, my friend, one of our topics tonight is basically comic book superheroes and their powers. And what I mean by this is I know what most of their powers are, but I have a hard time understanding how they work, why they work, and the physicalities of it. Now, I understand that you have to suspend disbelief because it is fantasy, but my brain is still just working on the inner. Let me stop. So, people, Darnell, let's take this for example. Let's take a really easy character. Let's just go Superman. So, Superman, you can fire bullets at him. We've seen it in movies. He just fly right off his chest. You can put a gun up to his eyeball. Pow! Doesn't even scratch a retina. I don't even know how this guy shaves. From what I'm hearing in the comic books, according to legend or folklore, is he uses laser eye beams. He looks in the mirror and shaves himself. Which because a razor can't cut his hair, and that's how
Right.
he gives himself a haircut. So crazy stuff, right? He's in movies. You've seen him crash through mountains. You know, he's lifting stuff up that's like crazy heavy. And what my mind keeps thinking is like, this dude must be super dense. Like how, like if he's flying through a mountain and just not even or buildings, and there's nothing like penetrating him, how dense is this guy? And if he's dense, is he weighted? Like is he like 4 or 5 tons? But because he's so powerful, he just floats like a butterfly, stings like a bee. Not to mention, does he have to does he have to really be cognizant of, hey, if he meets Darnell at a con, does he have to remind himself, hey, I gotta shake his hand gently because a regular handshake could break his hand.
Yes.
So all these little things right here, if you have the questions or can explain to me, explain to our audience, once again, I understand you have to suspend disbelief, but the science of it has been plaguing me for years. And I can go on and on about multiple characters, but I just took Superman as a really easy way because he is so super. He's pretty powerful, right? Just think about even the Hulk. The Hulk must be massively dense because he can pretty much smash rocks with his hands. I mean,
Well, Hulk,
it's
Hulk
just
is Hulk in his character. His character is like dense, right? He's a
right. His skin, right?
skin, everything is dense. When it comes to Superman, I think it's more like an energy field. His Kryptonian, you know, physiology. You know what I'm
Uh huh.
saying? Just kind of operates differently when it comes to the yellow sun, and it's more like an energy field. And
Okay.
gravity, and stuff like that just don't affects him in a different way. That's why he can fly, he can hover.
Okay.
Um, that's why it takes a whole hell of a lot to kind of destroy his suit. His suit's not necessarily made of what he's made of, but it's a kind of like that field is how I understood it. It's a field that kind
Okay.
of gives him all of that plus other things.
Well, that
But
makes a little bit more sense to me because that would explain why the only person I've really seen damage his suit was when he fought Doomsday in the comic books. So if you go to
right,
Superman 75,
right.
like his suit was in tatters.
So if you
But now
can, so technically, if you can draw blood from Superman, that means you more than likely, have kind of penetrated that field or whatever's going on, and it'll also equate down to his suit or whatever because you're doing that just that much damage to him.
right. Damn. Okay. Well, that makes sense. Okay. Okay. Cool. I appreciate you, brother. Because, like I said,
But I
for
mean,
ye-
I mean, I mean, most of the DC characters, You
Uh-huh.
know, I'm not all that well versed in. You know, I'm more well versed in the Marvel side because, you know, I grew up reading Marvel Universe. Remember that A
Right,
through
right,
Z Marvel
right,
Universe and stuff.
right.
So you know, you read and you kind of read about their power structure. But you know, I want to say there's like 5 or 6 power structures that Marvel looks at. It looks at smartness, toughness, fighting ability, energy projection, and all kinds of stuff like that. And that's kind of how Marvel kind of rates their characters. I want to say it's 1 through 7. 7
Okay.
being like omnipresent, invincible, whatever, and stuff, and 1 being whatever. So in like the Marvel universe, I want to say that technically the most powerful character in the Marvel universe is probably like the Beyonder. He gets like 7s in all categories except for like fighting experience and stuff. But you know, you
He's
being
more
able,
powerful than Dark Phoenix.
yeah, oh hell yeah. So
Oh,
you know, so you get to the fighting category, right? Well, somebody who can manipulate reality.
oh,
Why do you need to get into a fist fight with somebody, right? If you can
right.
manipulate reality. And then I want to say like Franklin Richards, and then the Living Tribunal. You know what I'm saying? Thanos with the glove. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you know, I'm more versed with like a lot of their powers and kind of how they work and stuff. Um, then you get down to the lower level characters like Daredevil, Wolverine, and stuff like that. And then a lot of that power scales like it's like much lower, right?
Right.
And then you'll get maybe down to fighting, and there are 7, but everything else, well, Wolverine can't project any power,
Right.
and even though he has that adamantium skeleton, right? He can lift a couple of tons, but he wouldn't be considered as like super powered.
Right. Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Spider-Man is considered like superpower. He can lift like 10 tons or something like that. But you have
Oh
I mean
wow. I didn't know. I didn't know that. I didn't know they could lift 10 tons.
Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's pretty. I mean, 2 to 10, something like that. He can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Well,
mean,
you know why I get
he can
confused, D?
bro. He can throw a car at you. He could probably pick up your sedan and throw it at you. You know what I'm saying?
No,
You
I'm just
know.
saying the reason why I always got confused with his power set was because sometimes in the movies, and I know I shouldn't go by the movies, they'll make like little brief quips from the comics and say, "Oh, he's got the power of 10 men." I'm like, I'm pretty sure he's stronger than 10 men, but
Oh yeah.
I never like looked it up to, because they just blurted it out in a movie or something
Or
like that.
sometimes you like when the heroes get into some sort of disagreement from time to time, and a lot of times in the comic books they're like you can hear their thoughts with the little bubbles. You know what I'm
Yeah, yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
That's Captain America is pulling his punches. I can feel that he's pulling his punches or something like that.
Right,
So they also like kind of tell you that there's a certain degree of ability for them to kind of you know, use their power levels and stuff. They're just so
right,
disciplined, right?
right.
It's like I want to say that there was like an article talking about when Captain America was wrestling with Spider-Man in the movies and stuff like that, right? That Captain America punched Spider-Man because he already knew, based on what he could gather from him, because he never met him, that he could take a punch from him. So yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Well, I mean, the Marvel guys, I see what you're saying. I kind of understand their power sets, and they're a little bit more believable to me. Like, for example, you brought up Wolverine. So mutants, to me, their power sets make sense because there are mutations in current day. So my brain's trying to relate fantasy to reality and make it kind of fit together to see if it's actually
Nah, bro.
possible.
That's not how this works.
That's not how this works.
That's not how
But there
this
are
works.
mutations that are real in society. That, I mean, listen, if you can have a baby with 11 toes, mutations are real. So when they make the the X-Men, it's easy for me to believe, like, yeah, somebody could actually be a mutant and has this power. Now I have no idea how they would shoot fire out their hands, because what's their internal thermal clock's just so hot they could do that, and how they not burn their fingers off. But I don't even care about that. I'll suspend disbelief there. But the fact that the concept was based on mutations from somebody who loves science as a kid and even an adult, I can relate to that power set and kind of understand it and suspend disbelief, because there are mutations in our real life experience compared to until you explain the force field of Superman. I didn't even think that it was a force field. I'm like, this dude's got to be super dense to fly through a freaking mountain, bro.
I mean,
I'm just saying.
somebody's gonna go in the comments and correct me because somebody else is probably a much more knowledgeable Superman connoisseur than myself. But it's like a field or a force.
Right.
It's like maybe not a force field exactly, but it's like a field that kind of binds him and enforces or reinforces everything that's
his cells. Yeah.
Yeah. He can blow the cool wind and all kinds of crap like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There's some other things he can do. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't need air. You know what I'm saying? He can like operate in the vacuum of space. You know what I'm saying? So
right. well, like I said, that was all crazy to me because, like I said, when in Superman 2 with Christopher Reeves, when he had to become human to actually be with Lois, that made sense to me. Like the writing there made sense because listen, if Superman's doing back shots, bro, let's just get real for a second. He gets a little excited. There's gonna be some broken hips and some broken pelvis, but you know what I'm saying? I mean,
man, at one point, remember that Superman had moved on to Wonder Woman.
Yes, in the comics, yes.
He moved on to Wonder Woman and stuff like that.
But she could take it though. You know what I'm saying?
More than likely.
Take that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You could probably Diddy kick her and like, hey, that's all you got. So yeah.
Yeah, no, Wonder Woman's, you don't mess with them Amazons. My last question before we move on to our next subject is, let's just jump to Star Wars real quick. Where the hell I see all these battleships and all these war machines, and they're the size of like cities and towns out in space.
I know where this is going, bro.
Where does are they stealing loot? Are they pirates in space? Like, where are they getting this money to build all? And who's building this shit? And do you have to order a dreadnought? And does it take like 5 years to get one built? Like, how is this happening? Because it's driving me crazy as to who. Listen to me. You know how much money you got to have to build a Death Star, bro? Where's that coming from? Who's building Death Stars and what's the cost?
I mean, come on, bro. Once again, it's all fantasy, science fiction. It's all
crazy, bro.
It's like all over the top. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I can kind of relate because I read a lot of the Warhammer stories and listen to the lore and stuff like that. And I'm like, where are they getting all this shit from? You know what I'm saying? It's like, they have like 1 billion people on a battlefield, running at each other, 1 billion beings or whatever you want, trying to clash together. Like, okay, how does that supposed to really work, man? But you have to sit back and you have to stop, man, because if you don't, you're just not going to enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Because you'd be trying to make it make sense, right? And
no, I enjoy it, but I'm just like, I mean, listen, bro, you got Bill Gates money, Elon Musk money. Listen, you can take the 10 top billionaires in the world. There's not enough money to build a Death Star, bro, and actually get it into outer space.
I mean,
I just don't see it.
I think I'm mediumly knowledgeable in Star Wars and stuff like that. But
yeah, you know a lot. That's why I'm asking you.
I mean, there are companies and corporations in Star Wars that even the Empire would go to build certain things.
Okay.
Oh man, I can't. All of a sudden it's eluding me. Like Corellians, right?
Okay.
Corellians are good at building ships. Admiral Akbar's species, they build ships also. So there are all these companies and stuff like that build companies like contractors, right? That the Empire can go to these different companies like the Trade Federation, some sort of other consortium. What are them damn bugs on Geonosis? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they were building droids, right? They had like underground droid factories and stuff, and that's all they did was build droids. So they do try to add some sort of method to the madness. Like, doesn't make it like all this stuff is coming out of nowhere.
Right.
The Emperor and Darth Vader just built this damn massive planet thing. No, man,
you got stormtroopers in a factory building all these ships. I'm like, come on, man. How is this even possible?
Right. You know what I'm saying? So then too, and also Star Wars, there's like trillions of sentience, and not just billions, right? There are trillions. So when the Death Star blew up, there's probably a couple of billion people in that damn thing as a side, because it was a space station.
Yeah.
That's no moon, that's a space station, right? Remember that? So
Right.
there was probably, man, a couple of million guys and stuff like that that Luke
Bit the
Skywalker
bullet.
ended, that
Right.
he ended, right? So
Right.
he's like technically the biggest mass murderer, or maybe the second, because the first would be Grand Moff Tarkin when he blew up
Okay.
Alderaan, right? Then Luke
Right.
Skywalker turns around and blows up the Death Star. So probably more than likely that Luke Skywalker is a culprit of mass genocide.
Nice. All right, cool. Well, you answered my questions. So listen, like I said, I'm glad. Listen, hopefully there was educational, not just for me, but for our viewers as well. So hopefully that puts some food for thought in your brain.
Man, it's not even about education. It's about having a conversation, because somebody's gonna watch the video. They're like, man, you see what them two poons are talking about? Man, they don't know nothing about it. So it actually will create a conversation for two other people or a couple other people to start the conversation and stuff like that. Even if they're talking about, man, these guys ain't got a clue what they're talking about. But
well, that's why we have that right there. Comments. Make
comments, man. It is what it is. Educate me. Make me smarter or smart-ish. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we all enjoy our hobbies. How we enjoy them, right? It's like you're not necessarily getting graded on on your hobby and how you choose to gather the information that makes it fun for you. So
yeah. Nah, well, to me it was fun, and like I'm glad that you're able to answer some of those questions, because for years, like I said, it's been bothering me now, and I didn't really have anybody to talk to, because every time I bring it to my girl, she's like, dude, it's fantasy, just leave it alone. But I just wanted to hear more. So, but thank you.
Even like the Joker, they say that they want to say that the Joker does not have superpowers, but in some literature, they've said that he could be a precog, right?
Really?
That he can actually see the future. He could put scenarios in his head and see the future.
Well, that would make sense to me, because he's always so far ahead of Batman. So I could understand that. That would make sense to me.
Yeah, that he has some sort of pseudo precognitive abilities, or he's just so damn insane that he just doesn't realize that he has it, right? Like some characters, I can see into the future, I can see whatever. They know they can.
They're in tune, yeah.
They're in tune with it, where the Joker is just so insane that he's just thinking of all these different scenarios to put, to cause calamity, hysteria, and destruction and stuff like that. He could put, many different scenarios in play, right, and basically understand exactly where they'll end, right? So even like in the movies, the Nolan movies and stuff like that, you can even see how he was talking. I know what people are going to do. I understand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's right.
Always, he knew he was going to get caught. He needed to put a,
That's the Heath Ledger movies.
Yeah, he needed to put a phone in the guy in the cell and stuff like that so he could make a phone call. He knew all that was going to happen.
Right.
He just knew it. Right. That's pretty cognitive. So, some people may debate, that, but yes, I think he does, that's why he's so good, you know what I'm saying, at causing problems.
Right. And who the hell's building all this stuff in the Batcave? Is that government contractors too?
I mean, I ask myself that too. Sometimes I see like they have space stations. They got underground facilities spanning whatever. Like, who built this shit, dog? You know what I'm saying? I know Bruce Wayne didn't hire a bunch of guys, hey man, come down here and
build my cave,
my lair. You know what I'm saying? Like, who changes the brakes on the Batmobile?
It's got to be Alfred.
It got to be Alfred, but still, man. Okay, man. Who does the maintenance on the damn jet, the helicopters, the speedboats, and all kinds of stuff like that, man?
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Where does he keep the gas at? Right?
He's got his own gas line.
Yeah. So I mean,
Yeah, you're right. He's not pulled up to like an Amoco station or Exxon to fill up the Batmobile.
I mean, the Batjet needs jet fuel of some sort, JP5 or something. Whatever they're using at Boeing or Airbus and stuff like that. So, okay, there's a truck you know what I'm saying, show up to Wayne Manor and say, yo, man, I got your umpteen gallons of decaliters of jet fuel here, or it's him and like Alfred, you know, stirring up jet. You're like, all right, man, you know. So sometimes you just have to stop, you know, like, you know,
Right.
all right, man. So
That's
I
funny.
get it. I get it, man. It's like, but once I start thinking like that, it doesn't. It's not fun anymore.
It takes the
Right?
fun away. I'm sorry.
Right?
I'm a buzz killer.
No. You're good. You know.
I'm destroying it for all the little kids out there.
Yeah, nah, man. It's 100.
That's what I do. I'm a habitual fantasy destroyer. Is what my
No,
girl would call me.
you're good.
You kill
Yeah.
dreams, asshole.
No, but still, man. But there's a fine line. There's a real fine line between, you know, the disbelief portion and stuff like that. You know, you can like watch some of this media that's being created, and if you have been reading it long enough or in tune with it long enough, you know when there's like bullshit. You know what I'm saying? He's like, man, you know what? I'm walking out of this. I am not walking. I'm not watching it because it just doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? Compared to what has been written, the lore. You know what I'm saying? When they just go so far off track, like, you know what? Even with, you know, the disbelief portion of it, man, this is just bullshit now. You know,
That's where I get
to
sometimes.
bamboozle me. You know, you're trying to, you know, sell me on some BS.
Yeah. Like I start off, it's all enjoyable, and then also my brain's like, I'm like, no, this wouldn't work. So
it's like people like, you know, people in the Navy, you know, they watch like The Hunt for Red October or something like that, or they watching like these war flicks, or
great movie, by the way. Sean
yeah,
Connery.
They're watching these, you know, these Delta Force and SEAL movies and stuff like that. And I'm talking to friends of mine that are actually like Delta Force or SEAL guys. Like, that's all bullshit, man. We watch those movies, we walk out of them because like, come on, man. You know, so you know, real life compared to fantasy, real life is really, really boring. It just is. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you watch spy movies and stuff like that, and you know, the government's supposed to have all these like these gee whiz, you know, some crazy ass, you know, headquarters with all kinds of stuff going on, and they can do things, and hey, plug into the camera over in Rome right now and get whatever. Like, man, that is not real life, man. You go to some of these places, it's a bunch of people in cubicles. Seriously,
that's it.
Just, you know, they have to add that spin to it to like to make it enjoyable, right? Because a lot of times real life, unless it's a train wreck or a dumpster fire,
right?
You know, it's not all that great to watch.
It's not pretty.
We don't, you know, people do not watch normal. They either watch something extremely stupid, right, or something like that's like, you know, really high end. It's like, if you're trying to, you know, do things in the middle, you're not going to get it. You have to be the two ends of the extreme.
Right. Nah, I agree with you 100%. So, all right, cool. Next up, Darnell, I know you've got your little machine back there. I'm not sure if you've used it, but I'd like to talk to you about why would you want to press a comic, and is it difficult, and what forms of pressing are there? I was reading something the other day, or maybe you had texted me or sent me a link or something. There's a guy that was washing his comic book. Now, I didn't go too much into the article. I don't know how you can wash paper, but if you can shed some light on these people, if that's even possible, and why would you want to press a book?
It is. I've been pressing for a little while. I got a press a long time ago, and got my little hydration chamber and all kinds of stuff like that. I got all kinds of crap, right? The little erasers and dude, I got, for real. You know, if I knew you were gonna ask me that question, I'd have broke some of the tools of dismemberment out. But
I like to surprise you.
But you know, when it comes to comic book pressing and stuff, you know, some people laugh at it, but it's not so laughable anymore, because when you're trying to maximize the value of a book, right, it's all about the condition, right? So by you being able to take some of the dirt off the book, because they collect dust and dirt over time, for you to be able to kind of take some of the waviness and stuff like that out of the book, which CGC, CBCS, and now maybe PSA will kind of like ding the book. You know, it's worth it, especially if you think that money, if you think that book is, going to be worth some money, or you're like in the business of grading books and selling them, right? You try to find some barn find of some really nice books. They've been sitting in an attic for who knows how many decades. Well, you want to maybe try to clean them up to maximize the value. I do not agree, unless you take a book directly off the press. I do not agree with just taking a book, grabbing it, and just slapping it. Nah, man, at least get a cloth or something like that and, wipe the dust off of it, because dirt, on a comic book, they'll ding you hard. So when it comes to water in books, yes, it's being done. There are a couple of guys that are out there that got some techniques where they'll take the book completely apart and use distilled water and run distilled water over it and stuff like that, and they'll soak it and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, man. Like I have not graduated that. Way too much of a bit, the $1,000 book and something like that with my current expertise. But yes, they do it. But then, I think there's a higher percent chance that there's going to be a disaster, right? Because you got to
Right.
be, you have to try it. And I've seen a couple of videos where it actually looks pretty good, like especially trying to get like shadowing out, and some of those Silver Age books, whatever, they've been like anchored on top of one another, and half the damn back cover is white and the other half is kind of brown or tanned or something like that. They can actually lighten some of that up.
Huh. So when I see on a website clean and press and pressing,
Mm-hmm.
so one will actually clean the book, whether that's with, like you said, maybe erasers or a cloth to get some of the dirt off, and the other is just to simply press the book without actually cleaning it. And then you can go one step further and actually use a solution or distilled water and really get the nitty gritty out.
Yeah, so I mean, maybe sometimes the terminology isn't always as clear.
Okay.
You do not want to take a book and just press it, right? Because if there's dirt or debris or anything on the book, a grain of sand or something like that, all right, good luck with that when you press it, because when you press it, you're putting a whole lot of pressure on
Right.
that book, right?
Okay.
So you have to actually clean the book. At least you have
Okay.
to wipe it down, get all the dust off, and then you have, some deep cleaning where guys are going there with the little erasers and stuff like that. Man, I hate that shit. Man,
Now,
dude,
if you
I have to take, some Ritalin or something like that. Man, I have to like take something, because you have to be zoned in, and you got to only use a certain amount of pressure when you're doing it. You can't be like,
I
trying
was
to.
just about to ask you, wouldn't that destroy the ink and the paper if you're not careful?
Well, usually, an eraser, you're not using any eraser around the color, right? You're using like
Okay.
eraser around the white. So if there's
Oh, okay. Okay.
like you look at a Hulk 181 where the center of the letter of Hulk whatever is white, you kind of go in there like that. And
Gotcha.
then 9 times out of 10, the back cover is white, especially in the
Right.
Silver Age, a lot of white. You can go back there. They have like some other like a drafter's ball or something like that. It's like a little bean, looks like a little bean bag, has a bunch of like particles and stuff in there, eraser particles, and you could actually kind of use that on it. Or bread. Yes, somebody had
What?
me. Yes, you get some white bread, Wonder Bread, ball it all up, and use it as an eraser on the color, and it won't pull the color up.
What the hell? Okay.
I mean, don't use a biscuit, from Popeyes or something like that, or
Listen,
or a
I'll grab a Ritz.
or a multi-grain or something like that. Just regular white bread. You know what I'm saying? You can,
That's like sandpaper multigrain, he says.
but yeah, bread will do it. So I mean, I don't clean the press as much as I used to, right?
Right.
And you remember that I was cleaning pressing quite a bit, man. But bro, I was gotten lazy because you got to set everything up, and you just can't do one book, because it's not worth the time of setting everything up, getting the press out, getting your little hydration chamber together. If you're gonna do it right, if you're gonna do
Right.
something, do it right. So I got a couple of people that I kind of trust that I send off to. And as a matter of fact, since we're talking about pressing, I just sent off like maybe 20 books, to
20.
like 20 books to comicpresser.com. I think that's Comic Presser. I'll put a link in there or whatever.
Nice.
I sent off to him. He's out there in Atlanta, Georgia, does really, really good work. And he's a little bit pricey, a little bit expensive, but he does really, really good work. And because
Nice.
I just don't have the time to do it. And Baltimore is coming up real soon. And like, he can get it done in a couple of weeks where it would have took me I should have started doing this a couple of months. So yeah.
Right. No, that's good. That's cool. Well, folks, that's comic book pressing in a nutshell. So
yeah, I mean, it's not necessarily in a nutshell. It's like, I mean, I've done better with pressing books in the Silver Age and in the Bronze Age. But when you get up to the ultra modern, like the modern books now, they're much, much harder to press. They're using different inks, they're using different papers and stuff like that. And those are, to me, they're this much harder. They got that damn little stamp that's in there. The thing that you have to open up and you can get the comic book digitally or whatever.
Yes.
That's in there. You got to keep that in mind when you're putting your layer sheets and stuff in there. And there's all kinds of crap. So, around like Silver Age and Bronze Age, I'm actually not too bad. Now, when it gets into the Golden Age, well, I don't think I'm as good there because I haven't done that many Golden Age books. Because each generation of books or each age or whatever, modern, gold, platinum, whatever, there's a certain amount of pressure that you can use. There are only certain kinds of erasers that you want to use and stuff like that. So I haven't like pressed and cleaned and pressed any Golden Age books. It's mostly silver and but if you got a lot of time on your hands and stuff like that, and you exactly, and I got a nice press, man. My it's off the chain. It's nice.
I saw it. I was in the machine. It does look good. I saw it 2 years ago.
It's like,
but
man.
No, I was gonna say I think I'm gonna use your Comic Presser guy, comicpresser.com. So
it's Comic Presser, not Comic Book Presser, but Comic Presser too.
Comic Presser.
Yeah, he's a real good guy. His name is Barry and stuff like that. As a matter of fact, I spoke to him and he said that he would come on the show and talk about pressing.
Nice. Let's do that. Let's set something up.
Well, no. We set something up probably in the next month or so. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
As a matter of fact, what we can do, we could set it up with him like after he sends the stuff back to me.
Oh, yeah.
And then we can get him on and stuff like that. Then
we talk about it.
We could do a part 2, right?
Well, he could tell you what he found and how he corrected it too.
Yes.
Like how he, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. He said he doesn't grade the books. He doesn't give you a grade or anything like that. He basically says, hopefully, the work he does will give the book back to you in a better condition than it was in previously. But he's not going to hey, I think this is this.
Right.
So, but what I'm going to do is that I'm going to look at all the books again, everything I got that's going. I'm going to get a little spreadsheet, a little sheet and grade it. And then when I'm at Baltimore, I'm going to do a video and just line things up and see. I mean, I think I'm pretty good with calling most of my grades. We'll see how good I do this time because it's been a while.
It's been a while. Now you're good with calling your grades. I'll give you that. So on from pressing, guess what time it is, folks? Guess what time it is? Drum roll, please. Where is it? Where's the drum roll? It's time for the Hyper Haul.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's almost my favorite part of the show. That's when the music starts, right?
This week's Hyper Haul.
Because I think I have a pretty good Hyper Haul.
Well, sir, lead the way.
No.
No?
Oh,
me? Okay.
Age for beauty.
Let's do this.
Anybody wearing an X-Men shirt has to go first.
This shirt is old, bro. This shirt is old.
It doesn't matter.
Let's see here. What do I got? So this is a Kunkka Street Fighter.
Where's mine?
Well, these are hard to get, but I got one for you.
Oh, well, whatever, man. See that, man? You be on some. You be on one. You know what I'm saying? You know that in Hookley,
Bro,
Who
yours
else?
is right here. I told you there's two. Stop your nonsense. You know,
Okay.
your problem is you don't like surprises, and I'm a surprising kind of person, but you
Oh,
always
okay.
ruin shit. You just
Nah,
ruin shit. You're a
don't like
habitual ruiner.
I don't like surprise. Hey, bro, I tell people, man, do not surprise my birthday, because if y'all like surprise me in a dark room and stuff like that, man, that might be some blasting, man.
Yo, that reminds me. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What skit did I see? Hold on one second before we continue. Hold on. It was Key and Peele, and there were these two old guys, and they're pretending to be gangsters. And it was the one dude's birthday in the show. And he pulls up to the house, and he goes, "Go on in the house." He goes, and at first it's two black guys, but they're talking like they're Italian. He goes, "What do you want to go in the house for? You know, I ain't going in there. You go in there, Jimmy." And I was like, he was like, "No, open the door, stick your head in." And the one guy's, Peel, he's thinking there's a hit, like his buddy wants to take him out. Anyway, he opens up the door, and all the mafia guys, Jim, go, "Surprise!" And he starts mowing.
Yo, bro, come on,
That's
man.
you.
Come on, man. Joe Pesci thought he's about to be a made man and stuff like that. He walked into a room, there's nothing but like plastic on the floor. Oh,
Put him in the
hell
fucking
no.
bedroom. Put him in the bedroom. Get rid of him.
Yeah, no, bro. Like, I do not like surprises, man. No,
That
kind
is
of way, you know?
that is funny. That is funny.
But thank you. You know, I'm a Kunka fan, and
Hey.
anything with Kunka, man, I like. Even though he didn't do nothing interior, I'll take that.
Yeah, you're never gonna get that. Did I show the haul that you sent to me from Hawaii? Did I do that? No. Okay. All right.
Just so inconsiderate.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Darnell Jones. D went to Hawaii. D went to Hawaii on business, everyone. And I'll take it out of the holder.
Look,
Went to
I even put it in damn like.
So he found these books in newsstands, but people, if you can see this, I'm not sure you can, but the price is $8. Like, he found this honey hole of
Damn.
books.
Did you say glory hole or honey hole?
Honey hole.
Okay.
we're not stay away from glory holes. Honey holes are where you want to go. Glory holes, that's too suspect if you catch me. A lot of bad things can happen that might not be what you think it is. So he was nice enough to get me that, not one but two. So he's got me two. So very appreciative. And he got this.
But was it hyperbole? Was I lying about the condition of those damn books?
No, these books are minty fresh, man. Like, I wish you were still there, because I would just wire you like a couple $100. Like, yo, you need to get me whatever they got in that box. So, let me see here. He picked me up. This is one of my favorite ones right here. He's got the Wildcats, because he knows I love Jim Lee. Wildcats #1. And this thing is folks, it's minty fresh. It is minty fresh. Like, 9/8 candidate all day. Got me a bunch of other stuff too. Got me some Excalibur. Really nice looking book, minty fresh. He got me the Avengers Academy #7. So super awesome book. 7's my favorite number. And my last haul for this week would be a 9/8 Warren Low, Gun Honey.
Ooh. Did you get the one where the glass doesn't have anything in it? That
there is no. Now listen, if I get Warren to sign it, that's a $700 book. It's $400 by itself. I got it for a steal. Somebody was sleeping on eBay. Somebody was sleeping. So that is my haul. So D, thank you for the awesome books from Hawaii. I really appreciate that,
welcome.
especially the fact that they were newsstands. So really appreciate that, man. Good looking out there. When you go back, let me know. I'm gonna have to wire you some funds.
Well, I'm supposed to be going to Japan and Thailand in the next month or two,
Okay.
and I may do a layover in Hawaii just to kind of
Nice.
because I still got business over there and I got some friends over there. I may just stop there and kind of do a little layover, and I think I'm gonna go back there.
Just stick your head. Hey guys, remember me? Oh, Darnell, come on in.
I'm actually gonna show up with a short box I'm gonna show the bags and boards because a lot of stuff wasn't bagged and boarded, very well.
These weren't bagged and boarded, and they looked that good.
No. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Those were, but there are other ones that were not.
Wow.
They were still like
pristine.
They're still pristine. Probably not too much, man, because once people start thumbing through the boxes, they'll put spine ticks and stuff on them. But they'll still be like still in the 9s, maybe not a 9.8, but you still talk about 9.2 to 9.4, 9.
Right.
Whatever.
Wow.
So my hyper haul is not as quick as yours because I've been busy. So everything I'm about to do is like a live unboxing. I got like 5 boxes of stuff here.
Holy smokes! Okay.
I have not opened it. I have not looked at it or anything like that. So
it's all good. It's all good.
The first box here, and I hate these boxes, man.
Oh yeah, I hate those boxes too. Oh, by the way, folks, on the next show that we do, we're going to talk about why some of these people pack up some of these books the way they pack up. It's like they don't want you to open the box or even open, or they put this shipping tape wrapped around the comic, and you're like, I'm gonna bend the book just trying to get the tape off. So we're gonna talk about the proper way how to package up a comic book, and we'll do a live packaging. These shippers gotta stop. These people are killing me, especially from eBay.
Yeah. So what I got?
That eBay tape is the worst.
I can't even see what this is, man. I don't even know what this was. So at least you use a painter's tape.
Yeah, painter's tape isn't bad. That's what I use when I ship my stuff. Easy to get off.
Oh yeah, this is good.
Let's see what you got here.
Remember I talked about?
Yes.
Remember I kind of talked the chamber still. I talked about. I got the damn light here, but yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. I like that book.
It's not a very high grade, you know what I'm saying? There's some chips missing and stuff like that, but
I see that it's missing the top right.
Yeah, but the guy gave it to me at a good deal. It's a nice one to have. Yeah, this is good. This is good.
Nice. Good pickup. Good pickup. Good grab. Good grab.
Man, this guy.
That's what they say on Whatnot. Good grab. Good takedown. Good grab.
This guy, man, he got one of these boxes, and then he got like the thick ass priority tape going through the whole damn box.
It's like Fort Knox.
Yeah, but at least he didn't tape it though. He didn't tape it.
Okay.
I mean, he didn't pull the tab on it, but he has a box in a. Come on, man.
A box in a box.
Like
what would be funny if there was another box inside that box?
Like a Fabergé egg or something like that, man.
Something like that, and it just keeps going. Hold on. Where's my sound effects? Where is it?
Oh yeah, this is a good one. This is actually pretty good here.
Now inside there's probably like a Gemini box. Oh, never mind.
All kinds of other extra stuff on there. Here you go.
Oh, I love that cover. That's pretty cool. I like that cover. Freeze, stick them up. Don't you move.
Stick them up, broad. This was actually used. This was actually used in Sodi.
Okay.
Seduction of the Innocent.
Yeah.
So,
5.5, not a bad grade.
Not cream off white, not bad grade. This was an impulse buy, my bad. You know what I'm saying? I saw it like, hey, it was used in Sodi. Like, all right, I'll take it.
Nice. Good
5.5.
grab. Good grab.
Oh man. All right, man. I'm starting to get a mess here. All right.
Nice takedown.
Still going, bro. Look.
Nice. It's like Christmas in August.
Man. But still, this is not even. I still got more stuff coming, man. So
it's all good. It's all good. It makes the hyper haul.
Makes the hyper. Oh come on, man! This guy got popcorn in here. Like, man.
That's the worst.
Come on, man. Usually I'm a bit more careful. Look for time constraints.
My man's got all graded books, bro. He's like, forget the raws. He's like, I'm just going graded.
Oh man, this book right here, I've been looking for a while. This is like kind of like in one of the top covers in Pre-Code Horror.
Okay. Oh, I love that cover. Worlds of Fear. Yeah, that's nice. I love the reds, man. I'll say it every week when I see it. I love the red ink that they used back in the day. It's probably real blood for all the hell we know.
Yeah. So, they have like in there like classic drowning cover or whatever. Classic drowning cover. Well, man, dude, I only opened like 3 of the boxes, man. I got a mess here. All right.
It's all good.
Well,
it's all gravy.
I don't have to clean it up, man. I gotta take this all out the recycling and repurpose. You know what I'm saying? Uh-oh, something broke.
Slab down.
Nah, it's popcorn.
I got a lot of bubble wrap. Reinvest that bubble wrap. That stuff's expensive.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's slowly unpacking the slab. He's removing. Oh, is that your knife, bro?
Where? What?
That just fell?
No. That was just the damn ears went over the popcorn.
Oh, I was like, dude, you need to freaking watch your feet. That's a knife.
Now this book here, I've been looking for this one for a while.
Okay.
Because I'm a big fan of this character.
What is it? Oh, hell yeah. A little bit. Yeah, it's good. Right there. Okay, cool. Nice. And a 9.8 newsstand?
First appearance of Magic.
Yeah. Ilyana
Rasputin.
Dude, in a newsstand. Wow, that's a good pickup. That is, let me give a little clap there.
I mean, the first appearance of Ilyana Rasputin was in John Size X-Men #1, but this is her first appearance as a character, Magic. Right? And I've been looking for this in a newsstand forever. And
that's a great pickup.
Yeah.
I like that cover. That's nice.
This one stays, that one goes to the PC, and that's where it will stay.
The private or personal collection. One more.
It's got buy food, but you used to have all these comic books coming and stuff like that. Do I even buy food to eat because I'm just getting nothing but
man? Now you're making up stuff. Or I know that after you go to the gym and stuff, you're like, man, let me stop and get this burger. He stops and gets himself some food. Do you guys use DoorDash or Uber Eats up there?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. I've never seen you order stuff to the house. Oh, which one's this now? Pre-code?
No pre-code.
Oh, hell yeah. That's the hotness. I think I have that book.
No, you're about to have it because I gifted you the my CBCS 90 of this.
No, I bought your original back in the day, like the old one, like I'm talking in like 2017. Hold on 1 second. Where the hell is that book? You sold me one. It's got a tear in it, but you sold me one like back in the day. When I went to your very first apartment back in the day. But that's a nice pickup right there. That's a newsstand. Yeah, I don't have that. That's nice.
You're about to. I'm gonna send you the CBCS one of this.
Nice.
This is like one of my favorite books.
That's a nice. I love that. That's beautiful. You got a 9.8 newsstand. That's crazy.
Yeah. This was.
That's not a John Byrne book, is it?
It is.
Oh, it is.
John
okay.
John Byrne and Terry Austin cover. Sure.
Nice. Nice.
You know, one of my favorite storylines from the X-Men, right? The whole Phoenix, you know, Stockton, the whole line like that. So.
And you got the 101.
Yeah, so I got the 101, right?
Nice. That's the best haul you've done so far, bro. That's a haul and a half.
I don't know. I mean, it's not bad. It's pretty good. I think I want to. Well, the haul's going to slow down a little bit. I still got books coming, but it's not going to be like maybe this many, right? Just like
right.
You know, because I'm trying to prepare for Baltimore. That is going to be the mega, you know, hyper haul.
That's going to be the reveal.
And that's going to be the hall of halls and stuff like that. And I have to figure out how I'm going to do it, right? Because a lot of that stuff I may sell at Baltimore.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm gonna have to do an on-site kind of like record the haul, or if you're here, we have to record like that haul, you know what I'm saying, before everything or half the stuff or majority of stuff gets sold off, because I don't know what I'm gonna keep and what I'm gonna sell. But yeah.
Nice.
Good haul.
That's an excellent haul. Let me do this real quick. And then we'll do that. All right. That's a good haul, man. Nice. Very cool. Very cool. Well, folks, listen, we have a lot more to talk about, but we have to save some for the next show. Like I said, I want to talk about the packaging on the next show. And I heard some soft stories about Sony possibly giving up on OLED. Don't know if it's true. My research led to this. They said that they're not giving up on OLED. They're just reprioritizing mini LEDs as a wave of the future. So we're going to get into that on the next show, as well as we're going to talk about some Disney shows. Darnell's got some interesting opinions on Disney shows, and I want him to be well rested for that show, because we went through some prelims before and I couldn't do it in this show because I'm like, no, that's a whole show by itself. So we got a lot coming for the next show, so definitely stay tuned. With that said, thank you for watching. D, you got anything else? Guys, and for the love of God, remember to like and subscribe and comment. I mean, do I have to like jump through this screen and like, you know, bitch slap a couple of y'all? Comment.
We start giving people comments and stuff like that. We'll start giving stuff away. Some of this stuff that we're opening up could be yours. You know, you just never know.
That, or just say, you guys should talk about this, whatever. We're just, every week we come up with ideas, but you know what? We'd like to know what you're also interested about to make sure we're covering it. Yep. I'm sure everybody's got an opinion. You see it all day long on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok, you know, Twitter. Everybody's got something to say. So, but listen, we appreciate you guys watching. We really enjoyed doing the show for you guys. So remember, like, subscribe, helps us out. And eventually we'll start giving things away. Yep. Cool? All right, guys, see you next week. Thanks, Hyper Vibe fam. I'm Errol.
I'm Darnell.
Peace.